He says, some are hard to understand, which those who are untaught and unstable twist to their own destruction, as they do also the other scriptures, as they do the scriptures. Let me kind of break this down a little bit. If you are coming out of mainstream Christianity's standard system of instruction, you are grossly untaught. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you are grossly untaught. What do I mean by that? You have no foundation to understand what any of the people in the New Testament are talking about, because they have not taught you the foundation in the Tanakh. So you have been grossly untaught. Now, that's not your fault. I'm not saying you have not studied. I said you were untaught. There's a difference. You studied. I know you did. Some of you studied massively, but you studied from an inadequately instructed position. They didn't tell you the truth about how things were foundationally done coming out of the Genesis through Malachi or Genesis through 2 Chronicles, depending on your translation. So you didn't have the framework to know what Paul was talking about, or James, or Peter, or anybody, or Yeshua for that matter. You had no framework to understand these things. So being untaught, you would end up, without even trying, twisting or having the things twist on you. Of course you wouldn't understand what you're looking at. It would seem hard and confusing. But how many of you have experienced, and I'm going to use me as an example, try and find some humility in this and not think I'm saying anything of a pride or ego. But how many of you have found that once I've instructed you on something, all of a sudden what was hard and confusing is no longer hard and confusing, okay? Not because I'm so genius, it's because that's the structure that's supposed to be there. You are supposed to be taught by someone who has been taught. That was the whole process of having Talmudim, disciples. Yeshua selected out students and Talmudim, and he said, you are my students, and then I'm going to tell you to go out and make students of the nations. Go out there and find others who are interested in learning this and disciple them. But discipling is not just teaching, like you sitting here listening. It's a much more involved and in-depth process. But understand, the point is that it took being taught to unravel that which was twisted. Because you came out of her, my people, with a lot of twisted understandings. Not your fault, you studied, but those teaching you gave you filters that made it twisted. Anybody remember, going to like the Funhouse at the fair, and you got the mirrors that make you look skinny or fat or weird and twisted and all that? That's kind of what they did. They hold up this way of reflecting and looking at stuff, so when you look at it, you're not seeing the thing straight. So it's not your fault. So when he says untaught, he's saying not that you didn't study, not that you haven't learned anything, but you're not instructed by the teachers from Ephesians when Paul says that there are fivefold ministries that you need to be looking for. There are 5. One of them is called teacher. If you've not learned from one of those people, you are still untaught. Oh, we have the Ruach now and we don't. Okay. Go that way if you want. Good luck, okay? You will be frustrated. You will struggle. Or you'll end up in that double-minded place where you're going to believe the Ruach is approving everything you want to do. Strange how that happens. Because a lot of you know people that are being led just by the Ruach. At least that's what they claim. And I bet you that there's not one of you that thinks every one of them is doing it the same way. So is the Ruach confused? If you know 5 people who claim to be taught by the Ruach, I guarantee that those 5 people are doing most things differently than each one of them. They're not all 5 doing things the same. Because they're untaught. I'm taught by the Ruach. Well, there's a lot of voices in your head. It's hard to know which one's the Ruach. There's your voice, the loudest one, and it's going to try to convince you it's the Ruach. So he says here, look, be careful. He says, our brother Paul, our beloved brother Paul, Shaul, wrote to you according to the wisdom given to him, these same things I'm talking about here, Peter's saying. And he said, and also in his letters, speaking of them concerning these things, these matters, in which some are hard to understand, which those who are untaught and unstable, so not only they're untaught, but they're unstable, they're fluctuating and they're wandering and they're being influenced by the different voices in their head. Hasatan's trying to get them to do one thing. They want to do something different. They're not stable. It takes a lot of stability to find a teacher, choose a teacher, and stick to your teacher.